What's going on, YouTube? We back, part 2, vlog number 2 for the Impala. We're a week in on ownership. We've already had, we've had 2 problems, really one. Problem number 1, the engine light turned on. But I washed the car. When I sprayed the car down, I didn't wet the engine or nothing, but whenever I cleaned the front, I'm assuming that the water got in through the grill and probably got on some of the spark plugs and stuff like that. So I think that set off the engine light. I used to have that problem on my Hellcat. Every time I would wash the car, I'd have to be careful where I got the water at, through like the vents on the hood and stuff like that. Once that stuff would get wet, that would like trigger the engine light to come on. And then the only time it would turn off is whenever the car would fully dry. I'd have to dry the area and stuff like that. So that happened. So I'm guessing that's not a problem. Engine light's off now, which I figured that was the problem, because it literally turned on after I washed the car. But that was the first issue we had. Number 2, yesterday when I got home, when I drove into the garage, I noticed a puddle on the concrete on the floor. So I went to go check that out, and it looks like coolant. So I popped the hood to see if I was missing any coolant, and come to find out there was coolant splash all over the top of the reservoir and everything around it. Looked like the splash was only coming from like the top part, like where the cap was at. I didn't see any like wet spots or like moist spots underneath the reservoir coming from the tubes or the all the stuff underneath it and stuff like that. So I'm assuming it's the cap. I'm assuming they didn't change the cap. It's been the same original cap this whole time, most likely, because like I said, everything on the car is original, so it's probably due for a new cap. Maybe the cap's not holding the air pressure, so we came and stopped at what is this, O'Reilly's. Came and grabbed me a little pump, take out some of the coolant. Yeah, and the reason for me getting that pump is to remove some of the coolant. Whenever I popped the hood and I took off the cap on the reservoir, I noticed that the coolant was filled higher than the max line, like the line that tells you you're low or the right amount. So the coolant was filled higher than the line, more than what it should have been. So if I was leaking coolant, that means that there was way more in there than what should be in there. So it could either be the cap, or when you drive the car, so them caps are supposed to hold a certain amount of pressure. So most of them, at least on this car, it's 15 PSI. So what happens is when you drive, that coolant, it expands, it gets hot, it's gonna expand. So if you have too much coolant in there, it'll start leaking from the cap if there's too much in there, because it's expanding in there. There's nowhere for it to go, so it's gonna overfill. So hopefully those are the two problems that happen, or you know what I'm trying to say. Hopefully that's what it is. Hopefully it's not a leak coming from like the head gaskets and stuff like that, which I highly doubt. The car's only got 30K miles, and I highly doubt the cars already have a bad head gasket and stuff like that. But it should be something as simple as that. So right now we're gonna go stop at AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts, see if they have that cap in stock. At O'Reilly's they did not. They said they could have it for me tomorrow, but I'm trying to get that done today. So hopefully they got that in. I'm gonna stop there now. I'm gonna come back, record when I get back to the car, so y'all could see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna show y'all. Man, we done drove to like 3 different auto parts stores. None of them had them in stock. We're gonna try one more. If not, probably gonna have to order it. Hopefully not though. Hopefully this is the one that got it. Got my daughter with me. She in the back chilling, eating her candy. Say what's up, baby. Say hi. She don't even know what she's doing. But now let's hope this AutoZone got it. I think it's Advanced Auto Parts. But yeah, let's hope they got it. All right, we finally made it back to the house. Advanced Auto Parts did end up having the part. Got the car pulled out. That's the cap that we're gonna replace right there. I already wiped off all the coolant that was splashed around here. I'm gonna flip the camera around so you can still see it a little bit. Yeah, that's the cap we're replacing. You can still see like little dried up pieces of coolant and stuff like that. See, it kind of still looks a little moist in some spots. But yeah, it's splashed around. I checked all the hoses already. All the hoses are good. So it's leading me to think that it's the cap. Because before I wiped it, all this right here in this little crack all the way around was full of coolant. And it leaked through to the bottom. I already cleaned the garage up. But yeah, let's replace that. Let me show you the parts. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? All right, this is the replacement cap. Gonna be replacing that cap. I should have went ahead and went and bought all the new caps for everything. I'll drop that down there, but it'll be all right. Got this, what we're gonna use to take out the excess. And I also went ahead and grabbed this. The AC, when I run the car, it kind of smells like, not like a dusty smell, you know, like it's been sitting for a while, which it has been. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean that out. These cars don't have cabin air filters, so I'm gonna use that to clean that out. But I'm gonna set up the camera, go ahead and show y'all this process. All right, we got that cap off. There goes the coolant. Looks like my drink that I'm sipping on. But yeah, it's the coolant. It may not be that high as I thought it was. So the lines right there full. Don't look too far off. I don't know if we should mess with that or not. But there's a lid. It's the one that we're replacing. It doesn't look terrible, but you know, like I said, this car is almost 30 years old, so a lot of this stuff's due for a change. Yeah, don't mind my slides though. Got my my SpongeBob slides. My little girl picked them for me. Look, she got her SpongeBob bingo card. All right, we got all this set up. It's pretty simple. All we're gonna do is drop one end of that. We're gonna have to hold the end on this side. Once all this gets filled up, I'm gonna let that go and everything should empty out into here. Always keep like a little bucket or something to dump this stuff in. You don't want it to get on your paint. All right, we got that set up. Hopefully y'all can see good. I didn't think I would need a tripod for this type of stuff, but I might have to cut this because this ain't long enough. I mean, this is too long actually. Empty that all out. Here, give me 1 second. I'm finna cut this cord real quick. It's a little bit too long. Alright, we're back. Let's go ahead and cut this. Say about right here. So I don't gotta travel up so far. Alright, that should work a little bit better. Set this back up. Drop this in there. Let's get back at it. There we go. That works way better.
Coolant I need to be replaced.
As y'all can see, that's the coolant we took out. We lowered it just a tad bit. We want to get it closer to that full line right there. It was kind of higher than that, but yeah, we wanted it about right there, so got space for the pressure to sit. Go ahead and wipe off the rest of this that came out. Get this all cleaned up, so if it ends up still leaking, I'll know that it wasn't from from taking it out. But yeah, let's put this new cap on. Yeah, after a while, those caps go bad. That little rubber piece on the inside, you'll see it start to deteriorate. It won't lock as it should. Make sure you hear that click. There we go. So now that's replaced. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the car with me to work, run it a little bit, see how it's running, see if anything's still leaking. Hopefully not. If something's still leaking, I'm gonna have to go back and look at these hoses again. And if that doesn't work, like I said, I highly doubt it'd probably be the head gasket, but I highly doubt it's the head gaskets. Like I said, it's probably just this cap. Now I'm gonna clean out these air filters, or not the air filters, AC vents. Get that smell out the car. All right, we're gonna start her up. Start it up nice. You'll see the miles. Super low, super low. We're gonna spray some of this stuff on there. Some of this air duct cleaner. Got the instructions right there. All right, what you wanna do is you wanna find these vents. Usually they're outside, like where the windshield wipers are at. That's where it's sucking in the air for the inside. You can spray this in there. That all in there. Go around to the other side. Oh yeah, that alone right there already made a big difference. It smells way better in here. Smells like a new car. Now we're gonna spray inside these vents. We're gonna have to turn the AC off now. You need it when you spray it on the outside. You want the AC on blast, and then on the inside you're gonna want to go ahead and turn it off so it can get in there, clean it out. Let's go ahead and turn these off. Spray this in there. Get all these vents. My bad if you can't see. I'm trying to make sure I'm not spraying it where I'm not supposed to be. Get this forward one over here. Alrighty. Everything should be good now. Let that clean up in there. Turn it back on here in a bit. Alright, now that we got all that done, now we're just waiting to see the result. See if anything messes up or not. Hopefully not though, I don't think it will. I think it was just that cap and maybe a overfill on the coolant. Got my little baby with me. But yeah, man, we finna head to the barbershop right now. Finna take the car, drive it, let it run. That's how we're gonna find out if it leaks. But let's hope not, which I doubt it will. But y'all stay tuned. Oh, and another thing that I just noticed, that's just dirt up there, but I have a crack on this right here, so I'm gonna have to end up needing to replace that. I'm not even sure what this would be, but yeah, you see, this thing is very fragile. It's cracking, so gonna need to replace that. Other than that, shit, everything in here is perfect for the most part. Couldn't complain. Gotta use these old school things. Speakers coming soon. We're gonna have to get rid of that. Come on, baby. Alright, we just got to the shop right now. The shop probably about 3-4 miles from the house. No lights came on, no nothing. I don't smell nothing. Usually, like when you smell like a leak from your coolant, it'll smell like real sweet inside the cabin. But so far, nothing really. I think that fixed it, honestly. Hopefully I don't speak too soon, but I'm gonna leave the car parked outside in the parking lot, and when I get off of work, I'll come back out and look at it. I'm driving by the gas station, I see this thing. Oh yeah, Oh yeah, that thing is clean. We made it back to the house. The car was sitting in the parking lot over there for about 4 hours. No leaks, no coolant around the lid. So I definitely think that's what the problem was. So I would say that we fixed it. But man, appreciate y'all watching. A little quick fix on the car. A little 1 week update. Still clean. No scratch, not a thing on it. But keep watching, man. We definitely coming back with a whole bunch more videos, modifications, stuff like this, little maintenance stuff. And you know how it is, man. You got cars. You always want to work on something if there ain't nothing to work on. But appreciate y'all watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share. I'll see y'all later, man. B Body Gang, we out.